Hello guys, if you're watching this video then that means that you probably want to learn a new language. I already have some experience on the matter and I'll be sharing with you how I managed to master English. So be sure to stick until the end. A bit about me. If you've seen my other videos then you might have thought that my mother language was English because I don't have an accent and I speak quite fluently. However, I can tell you that that's totally not the case. And I have actually spent more than half of my life living in another country. A long story short, I was born in southern Italy, in Tricase, and then after that my parents moved to Desenzano del Garda, which is still in Italy, and then we moved once again before moving to London. So my first few days in London. My first few days in London were absolutely terrifying because I couldn't understand what people were saying. I couldn't read signs. I just felt totally lost and I wanted to get back on that plane and fly home. However, I knew that that was not going to happen. So instead of being sad, I thought I'd maybe make use of my time and try to learn some English. So at the time, I had started to go to school here in London as a year 2 pupil. I was 7. So it was quite a big change for me, and I didn't really like going to school because I couldn't understand what the teacher was saying, and the only subject that I managed to get an idea of was maths because it spoke a subject that we could both understand. And then one day when it was just my brother, mother and I at home, I asked my mum if I could borrow her phone and downloaded the Duolingo app. And I know that you're probably thinking, you can't learn a language with Duolingo. And I totally agree with that, but I just needed to learn the basics so that I could understand my teacher and then everything would just be easier on from there. And I had actually been learning English in my old school in Italy, but it was just the basics of the basics, and I was learning like the numbers and colours, and coming here to London and saying 1, 2, 3 in yellow was not going to get me anywhere. So I used to do Duolingo until all of my hearts ran out. I used to watch videos on YouTube to learn English. I also used to come to school 30 minutes earlier so that I could be helped a bit more. My parents also enrolled me in private tuition and every little thing helped. And then fast forward to year 3, I was getting the average grades in my class and I was starting to understand a bit more, and I started to settle in quite well. Now that I have learned a new language, I can share my tips with you on how to learn a new language much quicker and easier. So if you want to move to a new country where they don't speak your mother language, then I would recommend that you start learning the language beforehand. There are some resources to get you started, like you can download that Duolingo app, do your lessons, you can watch YouTube videos on how to learn the language from the language that you already speak. You can also watch some movies in that language with subtitles in your mother language, which will make you get a rough idea of what the words are. You can also buy like textbooks which help you to learn a language from another language. You can buy them from like your local bookstore, and then once you know the basics of that language, then you can go to like your local library and borrow a book and use a dictionary to try and make out those words that you don't really understand, and then slowly but surely you'll understand the basics. And if you want to use a dictionary, you can use a physical one, or if you want to use an online one, I would recommend wordreference.com. And yeah, in conclusion, to sum it all up, I would say to try to learn the basics of a language before moving there. Watch television in that language, do your research, use free learning apps like Duolingo, talk to people, read books, go to free courses if your country offers them. That makes you learn that language easier if available. Use a dictionary, and most importantly, don't give up. And I hope that this video helps you. And if you like videos like these, then please like and support the channel. And have a nice day. Bye.